men identified as Valentine Johnson, who was shot by a perpetrator, the An EPS officer. So he will tell us exactly what's happening, and then they just ended up meeting with authority of the Liberia National Police, what specifically the meeting was all about, and what are they here for today. Welcome to the media.
Thank you very much.
Could you be a bit audible so that they get to?
Thank you very much.
Okay, so you were here, you led all the members of the family here at Central. Tell us exactly what are you guys here for?
Firstly, my little brother was shot by the EPS procedure. God could have it by the help of the Almighty God. We came here today. We start pushing the issue. God was able to bless us. And the guy who did the shooting, he was exposed. He came here. We met with the security here. Later they called up to talk with the EPS director. One of the directors, I think he's 49. One Matthew J. Kula. One Matthew J. Kula. The EPS 49. We spoke with him. He extended his condolence to the family. He also in sympathy with all. And he also said that this guy in question had been disrobed for the EPS, quoting from Matthew, the EPS director. The guy who did the shooting had been disrobed from the EPS. He had been turned over to the Liberia National Police.
Okay, so we understood that you guys immediately, since this situation happened, you rushed here. All of a sudden that you got the news that allegedly they were trying to sign for this EPS officer. Is that something that you guys were actually getting from the public as to that drove you guys there to Central?
Yes. It was a so-called politician, Joe Mobile from Bone County, very so-called politician who have failed himself in life. See, he had turned to be a lawyer. He the one trying to put in for this fellow. But God could have it. The EPS people noticed that what he was doing was wrong. They actually came and disrobed him and turned him over to the Liberia National Police for investigation to start.
So before my other colleagues come in, how much do you know about the situation, whether there has been any unfolding between Mr. Johnson and that of this EPS officer? How much do you know about this situation?
First of all, he's my little brother. I was at home when I received the communication that he was shot. And I received the communication from his girlfriend that I rushed and came on the scene. Everybody that I asked on the scene, the only thing they told me was they were on the motorbike coming from inside police academy, coming towards the junction. And this fellow came from the main quota, entering police academy, that how he stopped there. When he stopped, that how he got up from the car with the gun in here. So all those that were sitting at the junction there, they fled from the place. In that process, my little brother was already en route, coming towards the entrance of the junction to where you have the concrete back there. That how the guy went and shot him. And I don't know that guy. And my little brother don't even know him. And the guys, I don't even know my little brother.
Is there any prior history between the two? Do they know each other?
No. Nothing of such. For no other way.
What kind of stories are you hearing that the EPS guy just got down from the car and just shot someone without any prior history?
Since I know him, my little brother, he always stay out of trouble. He always stay out of trouble. There's a man who had 3 different motorbikes by himself. People running for him, he said running one. He's somebody that don't like trouble.
So what does the family want from the case?
We just need justice. That's why we're pushing it up to the letter. We need justice because this thing have happened on serious occasion and when scot-free. People take it out of granted. But by the grace of God, God will help us. We will push the one up to the letter until we can get justice to be redressed.
So who are Johnson, by the way? Your brother?
He's my little brother. My younger brother.
Okay. So now that you're leaving, so what assurance have the police authority given you so far with respect to ensuring that that you guys receive justice?
Yes, I just spoke with the forensic team. I was in the office. I just spoke with them, and we talked. And by the grace of God, I will be here again hopefully tomorrow. We'll find a solution to see how best we can be able to take the body from the mall, from JFK Mall. And they said that this guy in question had been disrobed. They're getting every fact document. How the incident occurred, who all were on the scene, they are getting all of their facts, including the death certificate. Like they can couple it before next week that the guy can be dragged to court.
You just said you didn't know the individual in question, or you have not known the EPS officer, neither did your brother know him. What do you think might have been the cause for that incident?
First of all, let me tell you something. This is not the first time for EPS personnel to capo in Liberia. I'm a witness to a death that occurred in Kakata. Or EPS personnel killed one boy at the car wash again in Kakata with no other reason. There was no other reason. He shot that boy and killed that boy. And at the end of the day, his car was burned in Kakata. The people feel that they have the mantle of authority in their hand. So they do things that certify them.
Are you comfortable with the investigation? Do you trust that this process will lead to logical conclusion where you will get justice?
Yes, I trust the police. From the way they have started the process, I trust the police.
Okay. So thank you so much.
What's your name again?
My name is Hans DBN.
Hans?
Hans DBN.
So when are you even told to get back to the police, or when
I'll be coming here Thursday, but I'll start tomorrow. Because I got to come to know how the situation is going like. I won't just sit back and be waiting till Thursday. I'll be here every day to push the issue to make sure that we get justice.
Yeah, so we talked to an individual in the presence of the media. He was also on the scene, and they tell us exactly what's happening. Welcome to the media. Tell us your name, sir.
Martin and you.
Martin who?
Martin Brinter. Yes.
Tell us what you go
The
ahead.
incident took place 12 o'clock, which is this morning, when white vehicles, or Honda vehicles, came and parked, approaching the speed breaker. The vehicle came and parked. Two general guys were standing along the sidewalk. So I think the main answer was that two general guys. So he decided to call them for them to come closer to him. And the guys decided to add a fire. So when they knew he had gun on him, he was just about to take the gun off. When they knew he had gun, so they yelled, gun. And everyone sat down, and the two guys ran behind the taxi. And the other group from the right hand side of the road decided to run. Unfortunately, the guy who we are talking about in person, who is dead, was coming on the back. He was in ass behind with the two girls in the jar, which is 4 on the back. So the man set out the gun. After he finished facing the gun, he sent the gun straight in the air. When he sent the plane, he sent the air straight when he ran inside. The plane the power coming from. The plane sent the gun straight. So the motorbike got to touch the ball. He pulled up on there. Yeah, he go hit the man.
Have you known the EPS officer before?
The EPS officer, once in a while he passed down there and always be bluffing. Someone who like bluffing.
Is he a violent person?
It's just somebody who just like to bluff, who just likes to show other he is a security personnel.
Was he shooting intentionally at the person he killed?
The shooting was, I would say he did it intentionally, because the first two individuals that he called to come closer to him after they were escaping, he never shoot at that direction. He shoot at the direction on the opposite lane that the person who he killed was not even having anything to do with him.
Were you able to establish as to whether the guys that he was chasing did something to him, or they had a little conflict?
Actually, the guys that he was chasing, I would say they did nothing to him, because he met the man standing and
Was it intentional? Was it pointed at somebody specifically, or was he trying to shoot in the air?
no, he was not trying to shoot in the air. That's what I would say. He was not trying to shoot in the air.
That's what you are saying.
Yes, after he simply fired the gun, he raised out the gun, the only play he would shoot there on the opposite lane.
Was it the side the two guys ran?
No, that's what bring the whole fault. If I was the side the two guys ran, I would say, oh yeah, he make a mistake. But it was not the side the two guys ran. The guy ran straight ahead of them at the yellow taxi and passed by him, and the use of entrance to pass where they have a store. Yes, they use the entrance and escape. So now
The guy he killed was not among the guys who ran.
he was not there. The guy was coming from a different direction on the right side.
Were you able to establish as to whether he was tipsy, he was drunk, or what?
Nothing like that, because he wanted the Winchester and called the guy with respect. And the guys too, the other liquor wanted to go there, But after he learned that the man is taking gun, so he just have to save us for our own safety. He just here with gun.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Your name, please.
Martin Quintus.
Also, that's Martin. He's one of the witnesses, one of those that were on the scene when the incident occurred at Police Academy Junction this morning. So we have been here speaking with one of the relatives as well, who also told us that they have been assured by police said that this case would meet a logical conclusion as justice will be served. The EPS officer in question has been disrupted from the force, and the EPS has also assured to probe the matter adequately. But as it stands, it remains conflicting. The EPS officer was not attacked by anybody, and those he were chasing, he did not shoot in their direction, and the individual he shoot did not do anything to him. So as it stands, this is Women's TV Liberia. If there's a need, we will update you in regards to this very issue. But until we meet you again, do have yourself a very pleasant time.